Kai stood at the edge of the Great Hall on the alien planet Zorth. His heart beat fast, but he kept his face calm. Around him were hundreds of tall beings, the Zorthians, watching the ceremony with quiet eyes. The air smelled strange but not unpleasant. It was a mix of fresh flowers and something metallic. The hall was huge, with tall pillars glowing softly in blue light. Above, a vast dome showed the purple sky of Zorth. Kai was part of Earth's first official mission to this distant world. Humans and Zorthians had never met face to face before. For many years, both species watched each other from afar, sending messages through space. Now, Kai and a small team had traveled across the stars to meet them. The Zorthians were taller than humans. Their skin had a smooth shine like polished stone. Their eyes were large and dark, full of mystery. But what surprised Kai most was the alien queen. She sat on a high throne at the front of the hall. Her form was graceful and tall, even more than other Zorthians. Her skin shimmered with soft silver light, and her eyes glowed a gentle blue. Around her head was a crown that looked like it grew from her skin, made of shining crystal branches. The ceremony was quiet and respectful. The Zorthians moved slowly, their voices low in a language Kai could not understand. Earth's ambassadors stood in a line, trying to show respect and patience. Kai watched carefully, waiting for the moment when the queen would speak. Suddenly, the room grew still. The alien queen rose from her throne. She moved with calm power, like a wave flowing smoothly. She walked toward Kai. No one moved or spoke. The air felt heavier. Kai's breath caught in his throat. The queen stopped a few steps away from him. Then she did something no one expected. She raised her hand and asked Kai to dance. At first, Kai thought he had imagined it. The idea seemed impossible. The alien queen was a ruler of an ancient and powerful race. Why would she ask a human to dance? The other Zorthians watched with wide eyes. Some looked curious. Others looked shocked. Kai felt 1,000 thoughts rush through his mind. Was this a test? A sign of respect or a trap? But deep inside, he felt a spark of hope and courage. He nodded slowly. He stepped forward. The music began. It was soft and strange, like the sound of wind through crystal trees. The notes floated through the air, gentle but full of meaning. The queen extended her hand. Kai took it carefully. Her skin was cool but warm at the same time. A strange feeling he could not explain. They moved together in the dance. It was not like any dance Kai had learned on Earth. Their steps were slow and graceful, as if they were telling a story without words. The queen's eyes looked into Kai's, and he saw no threat there, only trust. As they moved, Kai noticed the hall changing. The blue light around them seemed brighter. Colors shifted in the air, like waves of energy flowing between them. The other Zorthians began to smile softly, their eyes full of wonder. Kai's fear slowly disappeared. The dance felt like a bridge between their worlds. It was as if the queen was sharing a secret with him, a secret about connection and hope. The music rose to a gentle climax, and the dance ended with the queen lowering Kai's hand softly. The hall burst into quiet applause. Kai looked at the queen and smiled. She nodded at him with a warm, calm expression. No words were spoken, but Kai understood something deep and important had just happened. Later, when the ceremony ended, Kai returned to his room. He sat down, still feeling the strange energy of the dance. His mind was full of questions. Why had the queen asked him to dance? What did it mean for humans and Zorthians? Kai knew one thing clearly: nothing would be the same again. The morning light on Zorth was soft and calm. Kai woke early in his small room at the space station near the Great Hall. His body still felt the memory of the dance from the night before. The cool touch of the alien queen's hand, the way their movements matched it, all stayed in his mind like a strange dream that felt real. Kai knew this was not just a simple dance. It was something deeper, something that connected humans and Zorthians in a way he did not yet understand. He dressed quickly and stepped outside. The space station was quiet. Outside the window, he saw the purple sky and the two suns slowly rising over the hills. The planet was beautiful, but different from Earth. The air smelled fresher. and the trees had strange colors: blue, green, and soft pink leaves. The animals were silent and watched him curiously from a distance. Kai walked to the great hall, where the queen and her people were preparing for the day's events. As he entered, many Zorthians greeted him with respectful bows. Kai felt honored but also nervous. Today, he would learn more about the meaning of the dance and what the alien queen wanted to tell him. The queen was already there, sitting calmly on her throne. When she saw Kai, her blue eyes brightened. She motioned for him to come forward. Kai approached slowly. The queen spoke, but her words were in the Zorthian language. Fortunately, a translator device hung around Kai's neck. The device translated the queen's voice into clear English. "The dance you shared with me," the queen said, "is a symbol of trust. It is an ancient way we Zorthians show respect and unity. You are the first human to share this dance with me. This means we see a new path ahead." Kai listened carefully. He wanted to understand. The queen continued, "Our worlds have been separate for too long. Many fears and questions exist between us. The dance is a bridge. It connects our hearts and minds, even without words." Kai nodded slowly. The queen's words touched something inside him. He felt a deep hope that this meeting could change everything. The queen then stood and gestured for Kai to follow. She led him to a special room nearby. The walls were covered in smooth crystals that reflected light and soft rainbows. The room felt peaceful, like a place made for thinking and sharing. The queen spoke again. "I want to show you something." She touched one of the crystals, and suddenly a holographic image appeared in the air. It was a map of the stars. Kai recognized Earth's place in the map, but he saw many other points, other planets, and strange symbols. "This is our history," the queen said. "Our people have watched Earth for centuries. We saw your world grow, your courage, your creativity. We admire how humans faced dangers and still found hope. This is why I asked you to dance. You represent Earth's spirit." Kai felt proud but also humbled. The queen's words made him think about the strength of humans, how they could survive and rise even when things seemed impossible. The queen pointed to one part of the star map. "There are dangers in the universe, forces that threaten many worlds, including ours. We need allies. We need to work together." Kai asked, "What kind of dangers?" The queen's eyes grew serious. "There is a cosmic storm moving through space. It carries energy that can destroy planets. Our scientists predict it will reach Zorth and Earth soon. Alone, neither of our worlds can survive it." Kai felt a chill. This was more serious than he thought, but the queen smiled gently and said, "That is why the dance is important. It is not just a ritual. It is a promise of friendship and cooperation." Kai took a deep breath. He said, "I want to help. I want to find a way for our worlds to work together." The queen nodded. "Then you will become our ambassador. You will help build a new future where humans and Zorthians stand side by side." For the rest of the day, Kai learned more about the Zorthians, their culture, their technology, and their hopes. He saw how much they cared for their world and how they wanted peace. He shared stories about Earth, about human dreams and struggles. As the sun set on Zorth, Kai felt a new kind of hope. The dance with the alien queen had opened a door. Behind that door was a future where two very different worlds could become friends. Kai knew the road ahead would not be easy. There would be challenges and fears to overcome. But he also knew that if the queen had chosen him for this dance, then maybe humanity had a chance to shine in the vast universe. That night, Kai looked out at the stars from his window. He thought about the queen's glowing eyes and the way their hands moved together in the dance. He whispered to himself, "This is just the beginning." The next morning, Kai woke with a feeling of quiet excitement. The dance with the alien queen and their conversation about the cosmic storm stayed in his mind. Today, the queen had invited him to visit her private chambers. Kai did not know what to expect, but he felt ready. He dressed quickly and left his room. The halls of the space station were calm. As Kai walked toward the queen's chambers, he noticed the soft hum of Zorthian technology all around him. The walls glowed faintly with blue light, and delicate patterns moved slowly, like living art. When Kai arrived, the guards at the door bowed and opened the large crystal door. Inside, the room was wide and bright. Tall windows showed the purple sky outside, and soft light filled the space. The room smelled of fresh herbs and something sweet, like warm honey. The alien queen sat on a low chair near a table filled with glowing objects Kai had never seen before. She smiled when she saw him and motioned for him to sit. Kai, she said gently through the translator device, "There is much I want to share with you. Our people have watched Earth from afar for many generations." Kai leaned forward, curious. "Why? What have you seen?" The queen's blue eyes seemed to glow brighter. "We saw the strength of your people. We saw how you survive when the odds are against you, how you create art and music, build cities, and dream of the stars. We saw your kindness and your courage. But we also saw your fears." Kai nodded. "We have many challenges on Earth, but we always try to find hope." The queen smiled softly. "That hope is what draws us to you. You humans have a fire inside. It is rare in the universe. Many races lose that fire after centuries of peace or hardship. You have kept it alive." Kai felt proud but also humble. The queen's words made him think about all the struggles humanity had faced: wars, disasters, loss, and yet people kept moving forward. The queen reached for one of the glowing objects on the table. It was a small orb, shining with soft light. She held it carefully. "This is a memory orb," she explained. "It contains the history of our people's watch over Earth. I will share it with you now." Kai watched as the orb floated between them. Suddenly, his mind filled with images and feelings. He saw ancient Zorthian ships in space, quietly observing Earth. He saw moments from Earth's history: humans landing on the moon, building great cities, making music and art, helping each other in times of need. Kai also saw moments of fear: wars, fires, storms. But through it all, he felt the spirit of humanity shining bright. When the vision ended, Kai looked at the queen. "You have been watching us for so long. Why now? Why invite me here?" The queen's face grew serious. "Because a great change is coming. The cosmic storm is closer than we expected. It will test the strength of all life in this part of the galaxy. We must prepare." "But we cannot do it alone." Kai asked. "How can we prepare? What can humans do?" The queen's eyes held a deep wisdom. "Your technology, your creativity, your courage, they are powerful. But more important is your ability to hope and to unite. The dance you shared with me is a symbol of that unity. It is a promise that we will work together." Kai felt a new sense of purpose. "I want to help. I want to bring our people together." The queen smiled warmly. "That is why I chose you. You represent the best of humanity. You have the courage to face the unknown and the heart to build peace." Kai sat back, feeling the weight of her words. He thought about the long journey ahead. There would be challenges, doubts, and fears. But he also knew this was a chance to change the future for Earth, for Zorth, and for many worlds beyond. The queen stood and walked to a window. She looked out at the purple sky and the distant stars. "Kai," she said softly, "this is not just about survival. It is about creating a new story. A story where different worlds learn to dance together, just like we did last night." Kai smiled. "I will do everything I can to make that story real." The queen turned back to him. "Tomorrow, you will meet the Council of Zorth. They will hear your ideas and decide how we can work together. Be honest, be brave, and remember the dance." Kai nodded. He felt ready for the next step. As he left the chamber, Kai looked back once more at the alien queen. She was more than a ruler. She was a guide, a symbol of hope, and he was honored to be part of this new journey. Outside, the stars shone bright. Kai knew the universe was vast and full of mysteries. But with the queen's trust and the dance of worlds behind him, he was ready to face whatever came next. Kai woke early, his mind full of thoughts. Today was the day he would meet the Council of Zorth. The council was made of the wisest and oldest leaders of the planet. They would decide if Kai and Earth could work together with Zorth to face the coming danger. As Kai stepped into the large council chamber, he felt the weight of many eyes upon him. The chamber was round, with high ceilings and glowing walls. The council members sat in a circle, each one different in appearance, but all showing great respect and calm strength. Kai bowed his head slightly and began to speak. He told them about Earth, its people, its hopes, and its challenges. He shared his belief that humans and Zorthians could be stronger together. He spoke about the dance with the alien queen and how it showed the beginning of a new friendship. The council listened carefully. Some nodded in agreement, others looked thoughtful. Then the head of the council, a tall Zorthian named Varen, stood to speak. "Your words are true," Varen said. "The cosmic storm approaches, and it will not spare any world. We must prepare, and quickly. But cooperation will be difficult. Old fears and doubts run deep between our peoples." Kai understood. Fear of the unknown was natural, but he also knew that fear could be overcome with trust. Varen continued, "Our scientists have studied the storm. It is a wave of energy unlike any we have seen. It moves faster than light and can damage even the strongest shields alone. Our technology will fail." Kai thought for a moment. Then he said, "On Earth, we have faced dangers that seemed impossible. We have built machines and found ways to protect ourselves together. With your knowledge and our creativity, we can find a solution." The council members spoke among themselves. After a time, Varen nodded. "We will form a team. Scientists, engineers, and leaders from both worlds will work together. You will lead this team." Kai felt a mix of pride and responsibility. This was more than he had expected. The future of two worlds rested on his shoulders. The meeting ended, and Kai was led to a new room where the joint team gathered. The team included Zorthian scientists with glowing instruments and humans with computers and tools. They looked at Kai with hope and some nervousness. Kai spoke to the team. "We have a great challenge ahead. The cosmic storm will test us. But if we work together, learn from each other, and trust one another, we can succeed." The team began to plan. They shared ideas and knowledge. The Zorthians had strong energy shields, but they needed help to improve them. The humans had experience in rapid problem-solving and technology innovation. Days passed, and the team worked hard. They built models and tested devices. Kai stayed close to the alien queen, who offered wisdom and encouragement. One evening, the queen came to Kai with a small device. "This is a Zorthian energy core," she explained. "It can increase the power of your shields, but it must be combined with human technology." Kai smiled. "Together, we will make it work." The storm's arrival was getting closer. Messages from space stations warned of increased cosmic activity. The sky on Zorth showed strange colors, and the air felt charged with energy. Despite the pressure, Kai felt hope. The dance with the queen had started something important. Now, the joint team was growing stronger, learning to move as one. One night, as Kai looked out at the stars, the alien queen joined him. "You carry the hope of many," she said softly. "Remember, it is not just technology that will save us. It is our unity, our courage, and our will to live." Kai nodded. "I will not forget." The cosmic storm was coming, and with it, great danger. But Kai and the people of Earth and Zorth were ready to face it together. The dance of worlds had begun, and the future was theirs to shape. The days passed quickly as Kai and the joint team worked together. The task was not easy. Humans and Zorthians came from very different worlds. Their languages, customs, and ways of thinking were not the same. Sometimes, this caused confusion and frustration. At the start, some Zorthian scientists were cautious. They worried that humans did not understand their technology fully. Some human engineers felt the same about Zorthian ideas. Kai saw this tension and knew it could become a problem. One afternoon, during a break, Kai walked outside the lab to a small garden. The garden was filled with strange plants that glowed softly. A young Zorthian scientist named Nara was there, looking at a blue flower. Kai approached her gently. "The work is hard, isn't it?" Nara smiled faintly. "Yes, sometimes I feel. We are speaking different languages, even when we use words." Kai nodded. "I understand. But we must find a way to listen better, not just to words, but to what is behind them. Nara looked thoughtful, like the dance your queen shared. With you, Kai smiled. Exactly. That dance was more than steps. It was trust, respect, and hope. We need to bring that spirit to this work. Nara's eyes brightened. I will try. Back in the lab, Kai called a meeting. He stood before both humans and Zorthians. We all want the same thing, Kai said. To protect our worlds. But we cannot do it alone. We need to trust each other. To learn and to teach. If we fail to understand, we fail together. His words were simple, but they touched many hearts. Slowly, the team began to open up. They shared stories from their worlds. Humans talked about Earth's struggles and triumphs. Zorthians spoke of their history and values. One evening, Kai invited the team to the space station's observation deck. The room had a large window that showed the stars and the purple sky. Kai told them a story about Earth's dances. Dancing is how humans connect without words. It shows feelings and respect. The alien queen's dance was a message of promise that we can be united. The team watched the stars quietly. Some Zorthians smiled. Some humans felt a new sense of belonging. As days went by, the team's work improved. The humans learned to use Zorthian energy cores better. The Zorthians began to understand human problem-solving and creativity. Kai noticed a change in the team's mood. What was once tension became friendship. They celebrated small victories, a shield that held longer, a machine that worked faster. One morning, Kai received a message from the alien queen. She invited him to the Great Hall. Kai entered to find the queen standing beside a new device. This is a new shield generator, she said. It combines Zorthian energy with human design. It is stronger than before. Kai smiled. We did this together. The queen nodded. Yes, and it shows what we can do when we trust each other. Outside the hall, Kai saw people from both worlds talking and laughing. They shared food, stories, and music. The dance of worlds was not only in machines but in their hearts. But Kai knew their work was not done. The cosmic storm was still coming. The team must be ready. That night, Kai looked at the stars again. He thought about the dance with the queen, the trust they built, and the future they fought for. He whispered, together, we are stronger. The stars outside the space station on Zorth twinkled softly. But something in the air felt different. Kai stood near the large window, watching the purple sky with a quiet concern. The cosmic storm was getting closer. Every day, the signals from space grew stronger and more urgent. Kai knew this was the moment they had prepared for. The joint team of humans and Zorthians had worked tirelessly for weeks together. They had built new shield generators and improved their defenses. Still, the storm was a powerful force no one could fully control. The alien queen entered the room quietly. She stood beside Kai and looked at the sky. It comes soon, she said gently. Are we ready? Kai turned to her. We have done all we can. Now, it is time to face it. The queen nodded. Then we must be brave. In the command center, the team gathered to monitor the storm's approach. Screens showed waves of energy moving through space like giant ripples. The cosmic storm was unlike anything they had seen. Its power was immense. But the team's shields were holding. Kai felt the weight of responsibility on his shoulders. He looked at his team humans and Zorthians working side by side. Their faces showed focus and determination. Suddenly, an alarm rang out. The storm was reaching the outer defenses. The command center filled with activity. Engineers worked quickly. To strengthen the shields, scientists calculated the storm's path. Kai stayed calm and spoke with clear orders. Keep the shields stable. Don't let the energy penetrate. Communicate and support each other. The storm's energy hit the shields with a thunderous force. Lights flickered and the station shook. But the shields held. Slowly, the storm passed over the planet, leaving behind a calm silence. Kai breathed deeply. The worst was over for now. The alien queen joined him once more. Your people's strength and courage have helped us survive, she said. Together, we faced the storm and many more. Kai smiled. This is only the beginning. In the days that followed, Kai and the team continued to improve their defenses. They shared knowledge and ideas. The dance between their worlds was growing stronger. One evening, Kai stood in the Great Hall with the Queen. Round them, Zorthians and humans talked and laughed. Music filled the air, a mix of earth songs and Zorthian melodies. The Queen extended her hand to Kai again. "Will you dance with me once more?" Kai took her hand with a smile. The music began, soft and beautiful. They moved together, their steps slow and full of meaning. This time, the dance was not only a promise. It was a celebration, a symbol of hope for a future where humans and Zorthians stood united. As the music ended, Kai looked into the Queen's glowing eyes. He saw a bright future, full of possibilities. The cosmic storm had tested them, but it had also brought them closer. Together, they were ready to face whatever the universe held. The days after the cosmic storm were filled with hope and hard work. The people of Zorth and Earth had faced a great challenge together and had come through stronger. Kai felt a deep sense of pride. The dance with the alien queen had led to more than friendship. It had created a bond between two worlds. In the Great Hall, Kai stood beside the queen as she addressed the gathered crowd. Zorthians and humans listened closely. The queen's voice was calm and full of promise. "Today marks a new beginning," she said. "We have faced the storm and learned to stand united. Our worlds will work together not only to survive but to grow and explore the universe." Applause filled the hall. Kai looked around and saw faces full of hope and excitement. The future felt wide open, ready for new stories and adventures. After the speech, Kai spoke with members of the new council. They discussed plans for sharing technology, culture, and knowledge. Earth's people wanted to learn more about Zorth's science and traditions. Zorthians were eager to hear stories from Earth and experience its art and music. Kai knew there would be challenges ahead. Old fears did not disappear overnight, but the first step had been taken. Trust was growing, like a small seed ready to bloom. One afternoon, Kai returned to the Queen's chambers. The Queen was waiting, her eyes shining softly. "You have done well," she said. "You carry the spirit of your people and the hope of many worlds." Kai smiled. "I could not have done this alone. It was our dance, the promise between us, that made it possible." The Queen nodded. "That dance is a symbol. It reminds us that no matter how different we are, we can find harmony." Kai thought about the long journey, the dance in the Great Hall, the storm, the hard work of building trust. It had changed him. It had changed their worlds. He looked out the window at the stars shining bright. "What comes next?" he asked. The Queen smiled. "Now, we explore. Together, we will reach new worlds, face new challenges, and write new stories. Our dance will continue." Kai felt a wave of excitement. The universe was full of mysteries waiting to be discovered. But now, he was not alone. With the alien queen and the people of Zorth by his side, he knew anything was possible. As night fell on Zorth, Kai stood once more beneath the purple sky. He raised his hands and whispered a promise to protect, to unite, and to dance with the stars. A new beginning had arrived, and the future belonged to all who dared to dream.